Oh shit. Perfect. Hi everybody, I'm Mark, and this is my top 10 list. Just for kicks. I will keep it short, because I don't think anybody wants to hear me ramble too long. But let's go. A Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the first horror movie I probably ever saw. I've been dressing up like Freddy for Halloween since I was like in 4th grade. Actually, I will tell you one thing. I kept dressing Freddy. I had the mask and everything. And then in my 20s, I decided to start going without the mask. And somebody at a party once said, "Oh, dude, where's the mask? You can't be Freddy without the mask." And I said, "No, I'm not the Freddy in the movies. I'm just the child murdering Freddy." And it went pretty good. Probably the next year, I was in a bar in the city, and everyone has to be so fucking original. And somebody came up to me, he was like, "Oh, like Freddy, oh, we get it. Like, try to pick something better." And it's just like, dude, fuck that guy. Because if you're gonna go to a Halloween party, you need a Freddy. You know what I mean? You need a Jason, you need a Freddy. Anyway, it still pisses me off. Next. The Thing. I mean, dude, it's The Thing. It's insane. Next. The Blair Witch Project is the first found footage movie I ever saw. It was one of the first ones probably ever made or something. I don't know. I just, being lost in the woods, if you feel like if you go along with them and you like feel like you're part of that group, the way it unfolds and where it ends up is just incredible. I mean, I like to go camping, and still to this day, when you look out in the woods, it's just like, oh shit. The Wailing. Yeah, I've watched The Wailing twice. I've watched a lot of videos on it. I read essays on it, and I maybe understand it now better than I did. But just from a filmmaking perspective and the balance, it's just like a solid film in its own. And the ending is just so ruthlessly relentless. Love it. It's a must see. You got to have a funny one on your list, so Drag Me to Hell. I love it. I'm so impressed with Alison Lohman, who went through all that shit in that film. And it has the best soundtrack of maybe almost any movie ever. The opening credits music the violin is the greatest thing I've ever heard. Possessor is a newer one, and I fucking love this movie. Possessor is so cold and calculated and angry, and the violence is so visceral, especially in the unrated version. It's one of those movies that is not messing around, and it just sticks it right into you. And at the end, she's even one step colder and more detached. I mean, it's like it tells a story and it accomplishes it in tenfold. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh shit! What else is going on here? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Who's the other next movie? Okay, you suck. I blew it. I hold on. I messed up. Dude, I totally. Where the fuck is this? Derp. Okay, great. Well, all that for nothing. Hereditary. The car scene. The driving home and like getting in bed. Are you kidding me? Fuck. The Witch. I know some people maybe don't like this one as much, but it is a masterpiece for a reason. The reason I like The Witch so much is because you think it's kind of about one thing, and then there's kind of about a lot more than that, and the way the story unfolds is again, it's like a movie that like is telling a story, and it really tells it. This like detachment from God and the will. I won't get into it. It's insane. I love that movie. But if you love The Witch, then you will really love Gwen, because if you thought that The Witch was too much of a happy film, or too happy of an ending, or too fantastical, this is the greatest double feature like piece to it. It's like the antithesis of The Witch in the best way possible. This movie is probably my favorite horror movie because it's so fucking dark and cold, and you're with this young lady, this girl, who's coming into like adulthood and is facing like the realities of the world, and has all these kind of fantastical fears about what it might be and what it might be about, and in the end, it's just the most fucking, it's this gut punch. It's the first movie I watched on Shudder when I got that service. It's the first horror movie I'd watched in a couple of years, and I came back to horror. And when it was over, I just was like, whew, I couldn't breathe. It was too good. And so I compare almost every horror movie I see to this one. It is outstandingly fucking dark, and it just, it'll just, I don't know, it ripped me apart. I love it. And now for the surprise, No Country for Old Men. You're thinking, but Mark, that's not a horror movie, but it is a horror movie, and I'll tell you why. Imagine if you lived in a small town and you heard this story about this guy who had stolen all his money, and this other guy came after him and killed all these people like on the side of the road in carjackings, and ended up killing the guy, his mother-in-law, and killing his innocent wife, all in this, and the fucking guy got away. If you wouldn't read that story and say, oh my God, it's horrible, I don't know what is, but what makes it a real horror movie is the end. And so I'm going to spoil No Country now. So if you haven't seen it, leave. I'm not going to say anything after this, so thanks for coming. I love you. But to spoil the ending, No Country, he goes over to, what is this, like his uncle's house or something? He's talking to him about how the world is just getting worse, you know. You talked to that other cop about it too, how everything is just like, you know, the violence is senseless and it's just getting worse all the time. And the guy, his uncle, says to him something like, can't stop what's coming, you know, like, whole world ain't waiting on you. That's vanity. And it's just this reality that, like, no matter who you are, how you feel, or what you try to do, the guy was a fucking cop, and you're helpless. You can't stop the storm. And then to go further than that, he goes home and he's talking to his wife about the dream he had. And he talks about how his father was in this dream carrying fire up a mountain and was going to set up a fire so that when he got there, he would have somewhere warm and safe to be. You know, kind of a hint at maybe this idea that if life is so horrible, then at least maybe we have the afterlife. And the final line of the fucking movie, Tommy Lee Jones looks up and he's like, and then I woke up. Which is to imply that there's nothing for us here and there's nothing for us there. And if that doesn't scare the shit out of you, I don't know what will. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.